do our job, make big holes, tackle the headed bastard. We go home and drink some beer, we party. Let's go!
Hey, let's go! Welcome to Seth's Smorgasbord of Sports, coming to you from the fan zone of 51 West Studios. The Ravens are in first place, and week 1 is in the books. So, let's review it. It was a great week of NFL football. I'm going to dive right into it. The first game that we had of week 1 in the NFL this year, Thursday Night Football, Packers-Bears. I picked the Bears, a lot of people picked the Bears, and they flopped. So it was kind of a very Bears thing to do. I should have known, Aaron Rodgers, but 10-3. That was a snooze fest. Sunday games got a lot better, okay? First off, I'm going to talk about my team, because they smoked the Dolphins. And you can say the Dolphins suck, because they do, but like...
The Dolphins suck, the Dolphins, the Dolphins suck, the Dolphins suck, the Dolphins...
The Ravens looked amazing. They won 59-10, and Lamar Jackson looked like the best quarterback in the NFL week 1, straight up. And I'm not saying that because I'm biased, even though I am, but it's true. So, all right, the next game that we have was an overtime game. It was the Chargers beating the Colts 30-24. I mean, Jacoby Brissett kept him in the game, but overall the Chargers had enough weapons to get the job done. Austin Eckler looked really good, and he scored 3 touchdowns total. So that helped my fantasy team out, and it helped the Chargers get the win in overtime. So that's how that one finished. The Rams beat the Panthers 30-27, and it was a 3-point game, and Carolina's kicker, Joey Sly, missed a field goal in that game. So, Joey Sly, you weren't very sly on Sunday, dude. The next game I got is the Eagles and Redskins. The Redskins were winning 17-0 at halftime, and they blew the lead and lost 32-27. They suck. Didn't really show how good the Eagles were, but it showed you how much the Redskins suck.
Not one first down! Not one first down!
The Bills beat the Jets 17-16 in a game where the Jets led 16-0 at one point, so the Jets just ought to be ashamed of themselves. The Bills ought to be hyped that they came back, but honestly, the Jets should have put them away and never did. And honestly, Adam Gase, what do you expect? He was mediocre in Miami, he's going to be mediocre in New York, and he showed you all you really needed to know week 1. The Vikings-Falcons was a pretty good game from the Vikings standpoint. It was 28-12. They only had to pass the ball 10 times, and Dalvin Cook was a workhorse. If he can stay healthy, he might be the best running back in the league this year. The Jaguars lost massively to the Chiefs 40-26, and I'm not saying massively because of the score, because Nick Foles broke his collarbone in that game, and their season's over. Their season's over. The Browns. The beat march is on in Cleveland. Nothing's ever going to change with that team.
At the end of the first half, 12-6.
Thank you, Tennessee, for crushing their Super Bowl hopes in the first week of their overhyped season. We appreciate you guys for it. The Bengals lost 21-20 to Seattle in a game that they coulda, shoulda, and probably would have won if A, they had a kicker, and B, they didn't suck. The Cowboys annihilated the Giants 35-17 in a game where Eli Manning got benched. You hear all this talk throughout the offseason where they're going to keep Manning in and they're not going to put Daniel Jones in until next season. And week 1, Eli Manning got benched. So there's some quarterback drama in New York, I guess. But the Cowboys look good. Jameis Winston Jameised it up. The Buccaneers lost 31-17 to the 49ers. There's not really much to say on this game except that the 49ers defense scored 28 fantasy points. So Jameis Winston. On the plus side, no crab legs were reported stolen, so I guess that's a slight victory in Tampa Bay. Sunday Night Football was a terrible game. I mean, it was the Patriots and Steelers, and the Patriots whooped them 33-3. It was hilarious watching the Steelers get embarrassed, but I hate watching the Patriots win big. So, it was kind of a bittersweet scenario, but I'm glad that the Steelers got embarrassed. Big Ben said that loss was humbling, so Lamar Jackson's licking his chops to play the Steelers in Week 5. The Cardinals and Lions tied each other. The most exciting game of the week, in my opinion, was the Saints and Texans on Monday Night Football. That game had it all. There was good defense played in the first half by the Texans. They were really kind of strapping the Saints and had me worried a little bit because I picked the Saints in that game. And at the end of the game, there was just fireworks show. Deshaun Watson went off. DeAndre Hopkins went off. But Drew Brees is Drew Brees, man, especially in the Superdome. He's one of the best at ushering a comeback really late in the fourth quarter in the NFL, and he showed it there. And Will Lutz, former Baltimore Ravens preseason kicker that Justin Tucker, he's kind of like Tucker's protege, you know what I'm saying? Like, got to learn from him a little bit. Nailed a 58-yarder to win that game, 30-28. Really fun game to watch. I really personally enjoyed that one. Joe Flacco flopped in his first game as a Bronco, and I'm not going to pin it all on him because he had receivers drop touchdown passes in the end zone, and he had about 0.2 seconds to throw with the quality of the offensive line in front of him. But he flopped to the Raiders, man. Like, God, they suck, and they won 24-16. Like, that's just sad. Like, the Broncos might be in for a really long season. Thanks for watching. Peace out, everyone.